Hello everyone there, and this video is for the orientation of part 1 candidates. I get so many queries every day about the exam and why it is important, why should we give it, and how to go about it and everything. For part 1 candidates, I had an orientation session last time when I was about to start my batches for MRCOG. But I thought of making a video so that everybody can access this and everybody can watch this at their convenient times, because if you have a session of orientation, then I think not everybody is free at the same time. So MRCOG, we know that the reason why it's gaining importance, or the reason why more and more people are giving MRCOG, is because it is a gold standard exam, and this exam will test you on your clinical skills. It will test you on your communication skills. So it is going to change you, it is going to develop the confidence in you for sure. Another thing is that for part 1 candidates, you have to give the eligibility, you have to fill in the eligibility form, which actually is downloading a PDF file from the RCOG site, which is already available, and you just have to fill in the form. There is another query that I get about eligibility every time, is that how to sign in there, because there is a box about signing. So you may do either sign online, or you may just download the form and sign it with the pen and upload the form again. So all the things have worked, and they have not rejected anybody's form if it was signed by hand. So everything works. Another thing is that for eligibility to come, or for you to become eligible, they require at least 4 weeks, and they'll take that much of time. That means around 1 month of time to give you send you the mail whether you're eligible or not for the part 1 exam. Now, eligibility for part 1 is only MBBS, because for them, the MRCOG is about training candidates for gynae, obs and gynae. So it is actually the training that we get, like in India we get for MS or DGO. So exactly the same way. So they require only MBBS people for part 1. For part 2, now they don't require any criteria, but for part 3 now they require at least 4 years of experience, which actually means that you should have worked in obs and gynae for at least 4 years. So if you're MS candidate, it means you have already worked for 3 years, and you just require 1 more year of work experience from any of the hospitals that you have worked with, and you just have to send it to RCOG before you give your part 3 exams. You will be very well versed with that, with the RCOG site and sending the mails when you clear your part 2, so that won't be a problem. Only for part 1, yes, you require to download the eligibility forms and send it. The forms should be sent until 27th of August for the next exam. Those who are sitting for this exam, the exam is postponed to 26th of September. Yes, the venues, the cities have been mentioned, but yes, the venues, the colleges or the hotels where they actually conduct the exams, they have not been disclosed yet. The reason is the same, that you never know when things can turn, or it all depends on how is the thing, or how is the condition of corona at that point in September. So that's about part 1 exam. Once you clear your part 1 exam, you will be directly eligible for part 2, which may happen after 6 months, and generally requires 1.5 year if you pass in the very first attempts to clear the MRCOG. Now, for part 1, you require to study anat, biochem, physio. So but thankfully you don't have to study anat, biochem like we do for our MBBS for the other organs. So it is only about obs and gynae. So you have to read anat of uterus, you have to read biochem related to the pregnancy and uterus and everything. So thankfully it is not that difficult, but yes, it is something different from what we do, or what we practice on a daily basis. So that is why you really need to sit and study. It requires a little bit of attention, but yes, for part 1, around 3 months of regular study is more than enough. There are some 2-3 books already recommended by the RCOG site. If you just go and click there are few books mentioned, and of course they'll be available once you join the course. The course is going to start, the dates are already there on my page. I hope you keep looking on the site on my page for the next course if you're giving the exam for the next batch. There's another course that I'm going to start for the September candidates, and it is the dates are already there on the page. Please have a look at it. The course will involve solving the SBAs every week, and it will also involve some lectures and also some study material that will be provided. Now there's another thing that is happening with MRCOG is that people are joining so many groups. I would say that all the mentors are good, all the mentors are doing their best, but please stick to one thing, whatever you like, whoever you like, whoever you feel comfortable with. But if you keep on jumping from here and there, you will not get enough of anything, and then the confusion starts. I think it is very much for part 2 candidates, but if you start this thing from part 1, because there is nothing other than self-study that the mentors can help you with. However, we try and help you. Unless you sit and study for yourself, this MRCOG is not going to work. So it is exactly the same like we did for our exams until now, and how we became doctors until now. So things are not different for MRCOG. Yes, it creates a different aura when you want to study for MRCOG, because you feel that you don't know anything, or maybe how you'll perform, but believe me, it's exactly the same. Just believe in yourself and things will happen. I hope I have cleared maximum doubts related to part 1, and just stay tuned to the page so that you keep getting updated about part 1. For part 2, I'm going to make another video, so if you are seeing this video and you're a part 2 candidate, please switch on to the next video. But yes, if you start doing MRCOG, it is going to take 1.5. It is going to be a little longer. So yes, you have to find a time wherein you can actually put in some time for studies every day. Of course, the courses will help you to cover the syllabus as much as possible and as early as possible, but yes, it of course requires your own time too. So that's all about part 1. If you still have any doubts, please do inbox me. I'll be happy to help you, and whether you join the course or not, let me tell you, I am always there to help you. Please be free, and do not hesitate to ask me anything. Thank you guys, and all the best, guys.